my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Hey.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
I gotta do some serious moves in the next season.
He's coming. We got double up. Check nickel.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7. Gone. And right away.
Oh, what are y'all doing?
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check 3. Check. 76. Tell him. 76.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Oh, yeah, you had that.
They got off the field on 3rd down.
The safety is nowhere to be found.
Excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Seahawks in great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
It's been Russ. Russ been running the ball hard.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
This is McCoy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with McCoy.
Oh, stay on your block.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. There's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Or a superstar?
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Down to Jalen Ramsey.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there.
Back
It'll be second to the cover.
That was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he finds McCoy. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play.
That's about to have a good game. I feel it.
First and
Rest
goal.
don't cross his body complete. That's about to have a good game.
From the gun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You watching the same game I'm watching. Ain't no way in the world. That should have been touchdown, kickoff. Here we go.
They'll try and run it with McCoy.
Oh, McCoy!
And he's across the chalk
Yes, sir.
in the end zone.
Yes,
Touchdown,
sir.
Seahawks.
He wanted that one. It's about
McCoy
time.
With touchdown number 8
We in week
on
9
the
and he only
year.
got 7
And
rushing
his guys are able to
touchdowns.
strike first here in
About
this opening
time.
quarter.
Jesus Christ.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's because my defense,
And he will be brought down
so
here at about the
average.
17-yard line.
Last year they was some ball hawks. Every time the ball was in there, I had 4 or 5 people on the hawk. Now they lazy. They don't want to know.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
That's how it's
And
been
last
throughout
drive,
the
first
season.
drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive...
He rifles one, it's intercepted.
That's not your fault, though. That's Jared Goff.
Well,
Jared
certainly
Goff
not
is
how he
sorry.
wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the
Jared
memory
Goff
banks. And let's face
overthrew that.
It's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? TV gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
I got some. Here we go. Old school Russ.
They go play action now. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Did he jump?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson from the gun.
Oh, yeah, we out of there.
Eluding
We
the
out of
pressure
there.
right. And he's got room. 20. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 miles. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
We got to stay on
And he's
the
maybe
line.
going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Yeah, I tell you, he don't
No
want to
gain
play
on
for
the
the
play
team,
that
though.
time, and it sets up 2nd and
And
goal.
it's crazy because I just re-signed him. Talking about something, he was happy to play for the team. He don't act like it, shit. Like, that nigga be happy
Line
to
of
play like
scrimmage,
it.
again the 4-yard line,
yeah.
2nd and goal.
Oh, here we go.
Now Wilson. Flush to his
got
right.
him.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Told you, Russ about to have
And it's now 14
perfect
to 0.
QB rating.
Out is
Without Russ, I ain't gonna lie to you. We'd be sorry. This team would be so sorry.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
This team would be so sorry
without Russ. To
Russ.
about the 19-yard line.
Oh, man.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think...
It got his man.
Bro,
complete.
you see what I'm talking about?
Accelerating, and off he goes.
Bobby really hockey, you know.
Touchdown, L.A.
What can I do about that?
81 yards.
What can you do about that?
On the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen,
that's all you need.
A
3 and out. You
don't
need nothing else.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
You don't need nothing. That's all. You just need one. Just one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Money I'm paying. He's not playing the money I'm paying.
This is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good.
That Ramsey ain't it. Ramsey with a sack on the corner.
I saw him at the last second, too. I looked up, and I was worried about the middle. The middle was collapsing.
I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
That's okay. We're screen,
Third and long. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left.
Yes, sir. I got it. Oh.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards. How about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCoy. Rashawn McCoy off to the races. And he will score. Touchdown. Rashawn McCoy with his second touchdown here in this first half. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That's fielded in the end zone.
At this point,
and he'll take it back to about
at that point, now you just playing for fun. Now you just trying to do dumb stuff to prolong the game. Maybe hope he quit. You get annoyed. That's what I would do.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
No way you coming in. Come through that B gap. Come through that right side B gap.
Hey, exit.
Now Goff on 1st down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check. Fresno.
Here we go.
Check 24.
Oh.
They run. And he is met quickly.
Man, they gotta let me hit
backfield.
stick that. Man, I didn't know that would give me everything that I want. That's a hit stick. That's a fumble. That's Bobby coming at you 100 miles per hour. You fumbling the ball.
Value three.
On 2nd and 12. Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball.
You see Bobby was on top of
that. Down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
Oh, thank you.
Confidence intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, McCoy.
Oh, they gotta let me stay up on that. You can't let me get saucy like that. Don't give me everything.
From the 38, Wilson.
Oh.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down.
Blitz.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Blitz. Yeah, that's right there.
Operating from the gun. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
The beast with it.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
The field with it on the run.
They're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
So
on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Come on. I know you're going with it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's see what you're doing with it.
10th carry now for McCoy.
Hey, just let my man hit 100. That's all I want. He said no.
Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger.
Does he want to play on my slants as hard as you do?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Do it again. Don't change the defense.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
They coming.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I saw the play develop, and I just
absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack.
Russ can see when the blitz is here. Russ got that ability to see when the blitz is coming. So I know when y'all blitz is.
Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Wilson. And this is caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
sir. Mr. Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson. Mr. Russell Westbrook.
They come out here in the eye. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground to McCoy. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, as the first half is winding down.
The Seattle.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half.
What you doing with it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Oh, shit.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard.
Ooh! Oh, it's wide right.
And this
but it almost had the distance.
No good.
It almost had the distance.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando.
That'd have been
standing
a nice
by
little
with
3 to
Sports
steal.
halftime
All the momentum would have been on my
is
side.
Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one taken just inside the 10.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I would have been able to dunk in on you, that would have been it.
7-yard line.
Let's see, what we running?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent
coming off the edge with 50, huh?
with them on. Here's what we
Come
think
again.
they're going to
Come on,
do to attack us.
I got something.
Nice first half that we've had, guys. But be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them.
Ooh,
and a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
That's okay. We about to get the ball back.
Check 25. Check 25. Showing it.
I was trying to be nice.
They'll run here with Freeman.
I'm trying to be nice because you're in my division.
They get this to the
Show you some
5-yard
love.
line.
But since you want to ruin people's quarterback rating, that's fine. We gonna show you some. We gonna explain why we the dominant team in this division.
Impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jim. Watch the edge.
Again, it'll be Freeman.
No, you're not getting in. You gonna take these 3 points and we gonna give me the ball back. I'm telling you right now, just take the 3 points.
I think it's time to abandon that
You
plan
want to waste time.
and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's
Halfback
excited
toss.
about that?
Come on.
The defensive
Run it.
front. They get a chance to pin their ears back.
Everybody clicks halfback toss in this play. Or power O. It's one of the two. I'm gonna wait right here for you. Yo, flip it to the other side.
They'll look to run.
Nope. Let him roll it. Hit him and go the other way.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. This time the extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer.
I got to score quick.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy.
I told you, got to score fast.
You
going to get the ball back for 4 minutes of clock.
First. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
That's caught inside the 20.
They're not saying for 4 minutes at the clock.
Well scored. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. They're the Seahawks. They're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I was just receiving a text message.
The talk when Russell Wilson
came into
the league about his height.
He's going to be my butt this
defensive
game.
lineman. Can he get the ball over?
So I had to turn up a little bit. Just a little bit. I had to turn up just a little bit.
And you're exactly
right. I don't want to deal with the repercussions if I don't hit 60.
NFL lineman. He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
That's good. They've been eating up lately. I'm telling you, I've been the last of the lambs lately.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and
Coming
he's
through
going
that
to go for it.
I'm going to try.
On second down,
Freeman. Come here.
He gets him a little over half of what
Bobby
they
can
need,
get
and now
side to
they're
side.
looking at
Ain't no
3rd
problem
and 5.
doing that.
Running lanes were at a premium in the
Bobby
first half,
gonna
but he's
get
able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. Forced out to his left. He can run for it. He opted to go with the scramble. Gets 2 yards.
They saved Jared Goff.
He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage.
They saved Jared Goff from an injury.
Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
That was going to be injury prone. Whoever your backup is would have played today.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Oh, we deep. We in there. We ain't throwing this. Come on. We running it. 3 yards.
They are going for it. Gone. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
You should have just threw the slant to Bobby.
On between his ears right now. It's just not completely calculated correctly.
You want to be difficult. You saw Bobby running that. You saw him running that slant. You could have thrown him the ball.
But right now, it's all interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator,
that didn't make sense.
Maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got a hit.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson throwing right, and that's complete. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Let's go. 14.
You can do that. I ain't got no problem.
First down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it.
That boy Russ is moving.
On the scramble there.
He's sliding through the defense. He said, I ain't hit.
Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No, sir.
He'll buy some time right. He wants it all for the...
Got him, coach.
He's got it.
That boy Russ is got...
Touchdown.
Boy, Russ cutting up. Russ cutting up.
His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Myers for the extra point.
That one interception gonna stop.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
He say I'm not going to hit 60. You didn't watch. You watching the same game I'm watching. You see how Russ is doing. Half the time I don't even think that's me on the sticks. I just think it's him.
Fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it
You about
across
to
the
try
20.
to take a knee.
As his guys will set up shop at the
That's
23-yard line.
That's okay. I'm guaranteed one possession in the fourth. And that just means I need to make sure I can get the ball back faster. That's all. And I have to score
To
on both
begin
of
their
them.
next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in
He just
today's
gonna die.
NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So quickly all the way up at the
You killed
40-yard line.
His X Factor.
Here's Goff. Steps away to his left. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
You got to get come with the heat when you go come down like that.
And
You can't just
this is a
lollygag.
blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, you gonna do me like that, dude? I can't believe you. Come on, I'm in your division, though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make your division look tough.
On second down now. It's Freeman.
You can do that, but not today.
Maybe a yard up to the 43. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him
Come
the
on
football?
now, nope.
Well, they trust him
You already
first
know
and
you're trying to run
foremost.
the ball
They do
with
believe that over
Jared Goff.
time he might actually pop one of these runs. But
Okay.
bottom line is,
Okay,
he takes care of the
36,
ball
here you go.
well for them until they keep handing it to him.
There's Goff.
Yes, sir. Burn out. Let me see your 40 time. Let me see your 40 time. Let me see your 40 time. Yes, sir.
He's going to score.
Yes, sir.
It's a Seahawk touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy
that
in
means
the
you just
league,
gotta give
and
me
I
the
said, what do
ball.
you do when the game's
You know
like
what I'm
this?
saying?
You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go
Let
to
me
the
have a
bench
week.
and
Let's have a
hang
week
out?
of
He said,
NFC.
"No,
I want to say with the NFC West. The NFC West. We got the most points on the board.
Of these wide
You know what I'm
margins.
saying?
When
We've
they
been
have to
losing
throw it,
as a
give you more
division.
opportunities to go get it.
So
You know
they throw the
what I'm
pick 6. They'll get
You know how
another
sorry
shot
they
at
think
it
we
now
is?
as this
Yes,
one's
last
in the
week I
air.
played the Jets. And the Jets went up like
This is
21
taken
to 3
about
on
7 yards
them. They
deep.
was all in there,
And no
all in the
run
group
back
chat.
here. This will be a
Man, NFC
touchback,
weak.
and it comes out to the
AFC tough.
25-yard
See what I'm
line.
saying? You see how I fought through that game? I won. I
Set
need
to begin
70
their
from
next
you. I
drive,
need
the
you to
Rams
let me get
offense
70.
at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. To throw again on second down.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
that
sir.
gonna
Not
be
on Mr.
incomplete.
Griffin.
A lot of
Not on
contact,
Mr. Griffin.
no call, and it's third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
People don't think they can do it.
Bang, 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 bang. Whip. Watch the whip. He's checking.
This is Freeman. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be
Yes,
4th
sir.
down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it down.
Dang, Eric Berry, you get to block and I can leave.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down.
64,
It's
do you know what
McCoy,
block is?
and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson.
We out of there.
He's going to use his legs.
That dude not catching Russ. He not catching Russ. And you know he's not catching Russ in real life. You know Russ gone on that one. That's a touchdown. They just don't like Russ. That's all it is. They don't like Russ. They don't like to see Russ prevail.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep
Why
it
is
here.
Aaron Donald coming that fast?
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Let me see Aaron Donald run
he's
that
not going
fast
to get
in
the
real
first
life.
down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
You see what I mean?
Wilson,
I can't move. Like, when he's on the left side, it makes everything a lot
He's
better.
going to be taken down. Aaron
you send
Donald,
it 4
he's
people.
the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They were running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete.
You're not trying to help me achieve my
About
goal.
that play selection.
They are not liking it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Wilson escaping the pressure right.
Yes, sir.
It's a Seattle
That boy Russ had an all-star game.
All-star game. It's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee,
You do at the end of the set when you want to go home, you start from finger.
I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over.
You can hold the ball the whole 4 minutes,
man.
bro.
You just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Or you can give me the ball
to
again.
come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken
who
down
had the
right at
highest
the
score
20.
this season? The Cowboys. They scored 84 points on somebody.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense.
Oh, I don't know who they played. I just know they scored 84. See, now that I know he was just being childish because that's
and go to a
that
spot
game.
that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Out to his left. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman.
Oh, good leg.
He was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
That close, I'm going for 70.
Here's Johnny
at least this is going to take some
as
time
he's
off
on
the
to
clock.
punt for L.A.
It's okay.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it.
He's good.
A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Game. He had me fooled too, yo. I was looking like, he didn't kick the ball. I'm a little drunk. So I was like, he ain't kicked the ball. I looked down, he tried to run it on me.
On first down, McCoy.
Oh my gosh, why are you...
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking,
let's go. You ain't about to do what he did to me. You gonna feel me.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
That's funny.
All right.
Oh, man.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
You said the Cowboys went for 2 every time?
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams.
He was running some plays, or he was trying to figure out what he going to run when they get to a close game. He tested some plays out.
On 1st and 10, Goff eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
Oh, I got it!
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 10 on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to be hurt. Oh, man. Just all offsides.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it.
Oh, look, there's another thing I got to get from you, dude.
What a performance. What an absolute
I need it. I know you heard it. I'm 1 touchdown away from a record.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
Come on, don't start doing it.
Be honest.
Don't forget
throw the ball.
Don't forget what has happened.
I need that record. I need that record.
How poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, you still caught it!
It's Woods.
He still caught it. You should have. I should have, man.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead.
And I'm knowing you going to him. That's the craziest part.
Like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation,
why you gotta be
tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
I did not.
Anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield,
there you go. That did wrong with that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's a give to Freeman running right. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was honestly your best play all game. I didn't try to pull nobody off of you.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Let him know. Check 37.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And Freeman lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Next time, don't be running that ball willy-nilly like that.
6 yards on that last play. Here's
Dude,
2nd
just take
and 4.
the points.
Well, now they'll try the end around.
And then these dudes really get blocked.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just
I guess my boys don't want to tackle no more because everybody stopped moving. They getting blocked and stuff.
Check 52. Check 50. Check 50. Shell.
They'll try the air now with Gall. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Yes, sir. Guys will give the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth.
I got
I'm going to try
4
to be
plays.
simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that
I ain't getting it down. I ain't even gonna try to. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt.
Because you about to play off ball like mud.
Nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
You know he coming with it. He won away from the touchdown.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage.
Why you just can't let him get it?
He just took a timeout. With
Why are
2
you doing
seconds
this?
to go. This one obviously decided.
Oh,
Not sure they needed
man.
to take it, but we'll
You got
take it
no.
with them.
You can't be like this. You can't be like this.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
He said it's called pride.
Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Now, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point.
Well, see, look, now the Cowboys not the highest scoring team. Don't run into my
kick
kicker.
is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now.
Good
This is
game,
going to
Luke.
be a roughing call. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So we had action to the very end of this one.